Hey, what's going on, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating, and today we're going to be talking about an article that I read in Bored Panda about dating manners. All right, so the article was about a woman who had went out on a date with this guy on Valentine's Day. First date. And they go to some coffee shop. And the whole crux of it was this. He goes up and he buys 2 cake pops. So he comes back to the table. She's thinking one's for him, one's for her. You know, it's got hearts on it and oh, isn't that so sweet? We ate them both. So he smashed them and she was upset about it. Took it to Twitter, blew up. All right, got reshared 25,000 times or something like that, and got tons and tons and tons of feedback on it and all that kind of thing. Well, so there was this big deal about all of this. All right, and so it kind of got me to thinking about actual dating manners. Like, what should that look like? You're out with a girl, you're sitting there, you're at the table with her, you're at wherever you're at, you're doing whatever you're doing. What should your frame be? All right, so we're gonna hop into that right now. Let's get it. Hey guys, wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you're getting value out of this channel, and I know that you are, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we don't want you to miss anything. You know, hit the notification bell, leave a comment about what you want us to cover next. Share it, you know, all those good things. Because here's the deal, man. It helps keep us rolling and helps keep us delivering this content that is so helpful to many of you guys, because I get responses all the time about people that are like, dude, that video you did on this or that, I wish you would have done it sooner. I wish I would have seen it sooner because this situation happened and I really could have used that advice. Well, look, you know, it's up to you to let us know what you want us to cover. All right, we're gonna hop back into the video. Let's get it. Number 1, why are you being lame? All right, so what I mean by that is this. You know, like this guy, right? He takes this girl out on Valentine's Day to a coffee shop and they're gonna eat cake pops. Well, I guess he's gonna eat cake pops. She's gonna eat none. Why a coffee shop? You know, like, I always think coffee dates are the worst types of dates because it's just like, you're just gonna sit there and drink coffee and just look at each other and have a nice little conversation and, oh, nice meeting you, and shake hands and go your separate ways. Like, dude, you should be the one planning it out. You should be the one organizing this. You should have a plan of action. And it should never involve a coffee shop, all right? Because the thing is, man, look, you know, you need to try to do some things that are outside of the box. An adventure, something that's stimulating, something that's gonna get the juices flowing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, that's fun. That's something that people want to do. Do you think a girl really wants to go get coffee? You know, she may want to get to know you. She might find you somewhat attractive or whatever, and then you bring up a coffee date. Like, you know, she might be down to do that. It happens, obviously, as, you know, as this story pointed out. But does she really want to do that? Do something that you want to do, but do something that is fun, adventurous, shows a side of you that isn't like, hey, let's go to the library and hang out. You know, like, come on, man. You can do better than that. So, all right, we're going to get into number 2. Let's go. Number 2, Valentine's Day is a first date. All right, so Valentine's Day happened a few weeks ago, right? The implication of going out on Valentine's Day as a first date is a bad precedence to set. Now, listen, I'm not saying that it can't be successful, and I'm not saying in certain ways that it could actually be advantageous. But here's the thing, like, plan a date out that is spontaneous. Plan something out that, like I said in the first point, is going to be adventurous, that's going to have some intrigue and some mystery to it. Like, that's fun, man. And the thing is, too, like, if you go out on Valentine's Day with a girl, it just leaves so many things of, like, all this unsaid societal pressure of, like, what do I do? Do I bring her flowers and a mandolin and a serenader? You know what I mean? Like, that's something that I wouldn't do anyway, ever, anytime. But the thing is, there's just, like, all this undue pressure, Now, again, if you know what you're doing, you could probably use that to your advantage going out on Valentine's Day. But many of you guys are new. Many of you guys are new to this channel, and I don't want to set you up for disaster, okay? So take those special times of the year meant for couples and special holidays and all that kind of thing. Kind of put that to the side, man. Do something that's a little more spontaneous, that seems like it's out of the blue. Okay, we'll get into some examples of that later. Just don't do Valentine's Day, man, or Sweetest Day for that matter. All right, we're gonna hop into number 3. Let's go. Number 3, have good manners, but don't overdo it. See, here's the thing, man. This whole article was predicated on a conversation about manners during dating. You should always be self-aware and have some semblance of cultural norms and being polite and things like that. Now, you should always do that, okay? But what you don't want to do is take it over the top, where you're trying to be such a gentleman that you just come across as corny, or you're coming across as a try-hard, all right? Because, look, that's so see-through, where you're like, hello, my lady, and opening, like opening the car door. Every time she comes back to the table, you stand up, like, yeah, okay, chivalry, right? But, you don't have to do all that stuff. And it's so see-through. Like, do you act like that in your normal everyday life? No, you probably don't. And that's who she wants to get to know, is the real person. The real article, man, the authentic you. That's who she wants to know. So give her that. Be yourself. Just be your best self. Don't overdo it with the politeness and the manners and all that kind of thing, man. Just be yourself, but be polite. All right? Okay, so we're going to get into number 4. Let's go. Number 4, hold your frame. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is this, all right? You as an individual. See, in the last point we talked about, don't overdo it with the politeness. Don't come across as fake, right? You want to be authentic. You want to be the person that you really are. But she's going to challenge that, most likely, all right? So that means she's going to test your frame. See, you're putting out a frame. This is who I am. And a lot of times guys come across as really confident. And she wants to see, is this guy really as confident as he's coming across? So she might say something to test that frame. Like, she might say like, oh, I don't really date older guys, but, I wanted to, see what you were about. But generally, I'm not really about that kind of thing. To see if you're going to be like, oh, well, it's totally okay if you date older guys, like, I'm not that much older than you actually, and, age is nothing but a number, so she wants to see if you're going to be defensive or if you're just going to be like, well, whatever, like, that's cute, but just know, that I've got mad experience in what I'm doing, and, so I'm glad that you could be here to partake in some of that. That's passing a shit test because you're not getting rattled. You're not losing your cool and trying to defend everything. You're just, hey, I'm cool with who I am. If you can't get down with that, that's okay, because you can be replaced. So that's the thing, man. Hold your frame. All right, we're going to get to number 5. Let's get it. Number 5, make sure to flirt and touch. Okay, because here's the thing, man. Some guys try to take politeness to the extreme of where I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. I can't express my sexuality on any level whatsoever, because I don't want her to think I'm some caveman cretin that's only about sex. No, man, your sexuality is a part of who you are. You should be able to express it. Now, I'm not saying you take it way over the top and just horny jackass, but what I am saying is this. You should be able to touch her. You should be able to flirt with her. She's there because she's attracted to you and wants to find out more about what you're about, so show her. You right? So, look, when I say touch her, I'm not saying, you go for the throat, start making out with her and start spanking her. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you start slow and go 2 steps forward, 1 step back. All right, to gauge her level of comfortability. Because if she's not comfortable with you, being super handsy or something like that, you're going to find that out sooner rather than later, because if you pick up on some uncomfortability by the way that you're moving forward, then you bring it back, reel it back a little bit, okay? She's probably going to make it known if you're overstepping her boundaries. But you have to test those boundaries. Just like she's going to shit test you, you have to test those boundaries to see if she's going to be receptive to your physicality and your flirting and things like that. And look, if she's probably not, one of 2 things. Either she's super duper shy and reserved, which is okay, but some people are like that, and that's totally fine, or she's just not into you. One of the 2, So if she's super shy and reserved, she may still be into you, but she might just be shy, and you have to overcome that and you're going to have to work a little bit harder than you normally would, but that's okay if you're into her, all right? If she's not that into you, move on. Not a big deal. So listen, guys, we did a whole series on date ideas and where to go for outside of the box date ideas. See, earlier in the video, we talked about why so lame, man? Why you going to a coffee shop, man, to take a girl out on a first date? We give you a gang of ideas of things that you can do to take a girl out, to have an adventure, to have fun, to get to know each other a little bit better. All right, so what I want you to do is, we're gonna link it up here, and I wanna see you there.